Oh, welcome to this demonstration. In this video, we're going to talk about how to use price books, Zoho CRM price books to allow you to manage the way that you price your customers. What's the use case for price books? It really focused on those customers that use Zoho CRM that want to use their native quotes, sales orders, that's actually a sales order module, and invoice module to transact with their customers and be able to easily um, associate different pricing, say, to different customers or different accounts. And that's where price books comes into it. I must say up front, there are a few little not bugs, but sort of improvements that Zoho CRM can make, Zoho could make around this. Um, it's a little cumbersome, but once you've got the hang of it, it's not so difficult to use. There's a few additional features that it has, but the basic operation is actually reasonably simple. It's just a few things that I think Zoho could improve on this. One of those is in the related products to each price book being able to show the list price. So here's the unit price for each product, but the actual list price for that price book. But anyway, that's up to Zoho to do that if they're listening. All right, so let's, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete this price book and then I'm going to actually create one. So what I'm going to do is come into the price books module, and let's say I've already got one here called gold customers, and you can see I've associated these products to it, and this price book is basically 25% off all this unit prices are applied to anybody that's on the gold price list. Okay, so let's go back to price books and let's create a new price book, and we're going to call it silver price book, silver customers. All right. Now you can also choose these flat and differential models. We're not going to go through that in too much detail because it's quite complicated and we don't actually see many customers use it. It basically allows you to create volume discounts, and you can get more information on that by just Googling that or coming to this help document here where you can, um, it talks about differential pricing, flat or differential pricing. So yeah, in this example, we're not going to talk that. We're just going to leave that as none. And then you can put a description in here. So silver customers, 20% off. Right, well, that's going to be the overall oops, all right, structure for this. All right, and then what we're going to do is save that. And so now we've got our price book. Here it is. All right, but you can see here it is here. You can add attachments to it if you like, and you can, I'll talk about this module here. This is actually our um, price list updater button that you can download from the Zoho Marketplace, and I'll show you that at the end, how easy that is to use to actually get the full benefit of price books. All right, so now we've got the silver customer price book. What we need to do now is add products to it. Well, you can do it one of two ways. You can import a price list. So basically what you can do is you could export all of your products from your products module like this. You could export them, and then what you can do is, um, oops, sorry, that's already running. And then there's that file, so I can open that up in a second. Open. Oh, there it is. There. Sorry, download, and I'll just open that up. All right, so I've downloaded that and then I've opened up that export of all my products. And then here I can actually come in and set what the unit price is that I want for this price book, okay? So I'm gonna set this one to be 10. I'm gonna set this one to be 15. And these I said are gonna be 20% off, right? So we'll just quickly associate those, update those prices, 1 and 2, okay? So basically what I've done is I've basically changed the unit price there, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to save that, and then I'm going to close it. And then I'm going to go back into CRM, wherever that is. And I'm going to go back to that price book, to silver products. And then what I'm going to do is under products, I'm going to import price list. So I'll come here, I'm going to select the price book that I just did, which is products here. And then I'm going to go next. Okay, and so here, what I need to do is select my products. So I'm going to select we've mapped the product name, and we're going to map to the product code, um, the product ID, and in the unit price we've already got, we're going to set that as the list price, okay? And then basically we're going to import that. All right, so that's done. And we just need to wait for that to finish. Okay, and so there you can see those products have been imported into the silver price list. Now, you can see here this says the unit price still shows at $0 because that is actually what the unit price is for that product. So if I open that up and I go to that actual product, you can see here the unit price is 0. But if I go back into silver and I click edit here, you'll see the list price is actually $2 here. All right, so this is what the actual silver customer price book will actually be, $2, not a 0. And again, Zoho, if you're listening, why you don't have the list price here is a bit bizarre, because that's what's really important. Yes, you want to see what the actual unit price, this is the standard price, but you want to see what the unit price is here. Again, you can do that by coming in here and then clicking here and updating it. You can also add products directly to here, so you can come here and search for your products. Because I've selected all of them, it's not going to find that there, but you can basically select products from here, change the list price, click save, and then that will save that to here to the price book. All right, so you can see now I've added all of those price books, all of those products to this price book, and the list pricing has been created. All right, so that's basically it. That's basically how price books works. Now let's see how you actually use it. Well, let's go into a quote, and let's go to the let's go to one of our accounts actually, just to make this easier so that you understand. And let's go to the Village North. All right, and you can see that we've associated these guys to the gold customers. And but what we're going to do now is actually create a quote for them. All right, using the standard ways Zoho CRM uses price books. So we'll go to quotes. We'll create a new quote, and then we'll call this price books test. Okay, you can see we've associated that to the Village Bell. It's already put the address information in here, and then we'll select the items that we want to quote them. So let's say we want to quote them that, and we want to quote them this. All right. Now you'll see the prices here are actually even though it says the list price, that's actually the unit price for this product. So you can see here, if I put my cursor over here, you can see that the list. You can see underneath here, product code, quantity in stock minus 55.3, unit price is $100. Well, that's the unit price. This here is the list price. I guess what they're sort of saying here is list price is what you're going to sell to the customer, because you can also put discounting in here, right? But if you want to change the price here to match one of the price books, you need to click this little swing tag here, and you can do that by clicking there and clicking gold customers, and you'll see it will change it to $75. In fact, here I can come here and actually go here and click the silver customer price, and you can see there it'll change it to $200. All right, so that's how you select apply the price books to your individual quotes, sales orders, or invoice. The same little swing tag is here, and then you've got to do that for every item. All right, so what I've done is I've basically selected two products and I've rightly or wrongly um, selected two different price books for them, which is not great. I mean, I don't see this is because it's actually both. This customer is a gold customer, so they should both be gold. But people can make mistakes. But be that as it may, that's how price books works, and that's how you work them into your quote, right? So I can now save this, and then there's that quote, all right, and I can open it and send it to the customer, and there's that pricing. Okay, now that's great, and it works okay, but it's not fantastic, right? It's a bit complicated, and it's prone to error. All right, so just to tack on to the end of this, our price list updater button basically automates that process of applying the correct price book to each quote, sales order, or invoice for a particular customer. Now you can see here, I'm in this customer again, and you can see that they have been associated to the gold customer price book. All right. So what I can do is I can open up any of my quotes. In fact, let's change them. Let's go back and let's change them to be a silver customer. They haven't been spending so much. Sorry. Oh, sorry. All right, let's change them to be a silver customer, and now they're a silver customer, okay? And so now what I can do is come into my price book, my quote, and then if I wanted to change all these prices to be silver, I'd have to edit this. I'd have to come in here, click the little swing tag, and then select silver, okay? But with our price list updater button, we don't need to do that because we've associated this account to the um, silver price book. I can basically come here, click this button, which gets installed when you install our plugin, update list price, and then you'll see two items successfully updated. So I'll close that down. And if I scroll down now, you'll see that these have been updated to the silver list prices. So it's very quick and easy. All right, so that's very quickly how you use Zoho CRM Price Books, and then at the end of it, how you can leverage our update list price button to make that even easier for your reps to use. So if you have any questions whatsoever, you'd like some help with price books, setting them up, we've done some really complicated scenarios for customers. There's a lot of other things that you can do using workflow automation. One example is actually, as I think I might have mentioned before, is we've got a customer that basically creates a price book for all of their different customer contracts. So it's a great way to ensure that your salespeople are quoting the right thing, reducing errors, and improving customer satisfaction. So please like and subscribe. If you have any more questions about price books or anything to do with Zoho CRM, please reach out to us using the links below. Thanks for watching.